The university mourns the loss of a student over the weekend. And later, the Hawkeye Marching Band was on the receiving end of reported misconduct at the Iowa State game.
In sports today, we take a deeper look at the defensive line against Iowa State.
And softball came out swinging in their first exhibition game this season.
More for you in just a few.
Good morning, Hawkeyes. Today's weather is going to be cloudy all day. I'll tell you more about today's weather and the extended forecast coming up.
All that and more coming up on this Tuesday morning edition of DITV. Don't go anywhere, we start right now. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Lauren Varell. Yesterday, the university announced that a UI student studying abroad in Portugal died on Saturday. Senior Nathan Malinsky was a computer science major and an intern for Vail Systems in Chicago since May. No further information has been released about his death. However, his family requested memorial statements and remembrances from Portugal. The university and we here at DITV share our condolences with Nathan's family and friends. Fine Arts Council is coming to, and we have Daily Arts editor Josie Fischels standing by in the newsroom with more. Josie, why was the Fine Arts Council discontinued?
Yeah, the Fine Arts Council is a completely student-run organization, and it is overseen by the Center of Student Involvement and Leadership. The center recently ran an external program review and found that the Fine Arts Council no longer fits its guidelines, which it revised recently. It revised them recently to see, because it only wants to support student organizations now that support other students. Because the Fine Arts Council runs shows now that, and has run shows that only benefit professional artists, the university no longer saw the reason to support them anymore.
And how will the discontinuation impact the arts community?
Yeah, a lot of artists who have shown their work at these shows for the past 50 years or so are really shocked by this news. Also, even though the FAC does not benefit all students, students who work for the FAC are no longer getting professional opportunities to work with professional artists in a field that would teach them how to work in the marketing community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
UI researchers made a possible development in the way Parkinson's disease is treated. The new study of the drug terazonin could slow down the disease and the death of cells. The team is currently examining the safety of the drug, and they believe the possible treatment could lower the disease's progression by 2/3. The Field to Family initiative works to bring together Johnson County small-scale farmers and the government in order to benefit the community. DITV reporter Cadell Coakley attended their Rooftop View event in order to find out more about their policy goals.
At the farmers market, alongside the Crisis Center's mobile food pantry, in the schools and hospitals of Iowa City, and even in your own home, you will likely find organic food grown by the small-scale farmers of Johnson County.
Field to Family's mission is to create a stronger, healthier, and more sustainable food system in our region. Field to Family puts on an annual festival, our local food festival, every year. This is the first event of their 2019 festival.
But what many don't know is that these farmers are operating at a significant political disadvantage.
The Johnson County Food Policy Council has been looking at county law and county zoning now for several years, looking for ways to support smaller farmers.
Field to Family and the Johnson County Food Policy Council are teaming up to put on events like this in order to promote activism between small farmers and the government in order to implement policies that actually help them.
Since the Food Policy Council was created in 2012, there has always been some discussion about how to retrofit and how to change the 40-acre rule, as it's called.
40-acre rule refers to a piece of agricultural law that only gives many agricultural rights and benefits to farms that meet the 40-acre threshold.
So within the last year, we've been able to see a lot of progress and actually have some semblance of here's what we can do to change the policy.
Reporting from the View Rooftop, Cadell Coakley, DITV.
Well, farming is always better when the weather's nice outside. So I'm going to go ahead and toss it over to Kate with more on that.
Hello, Hawkeyes. Today's weather is going to be very cloudy all day. This morning, temperatures will be in the low to mid 70s, and as we approach the afternoon, temperatures will rise from the high 70s into the low 80s. In the evening, temperatures will slowly go back down to the high 70s. As you look at the rest of this week, temperatures will remain about the same as today, but scattered showers are to be expected for the remainder of this week. Take advantage of there being no rain today, Hawks.
The University of Iowa Athletics Department announced yesterday that inappropriate actions were directed at both student and staff of the Hawkeye Marching Band during the Iowa State football game this weekend in Ames. The Iowa Athletic Director, Gary Barta, said Monday, "Our main priority is the safety of all of our Iowa students, staff, and coaches when attending events away from the Iowa City." The Iowa State Athletics Administration are working to gather additional information. However, ISU Police Chief Michael Newton said so far nothing has been reported. We'll keep you updated as more information is released. Speaking of Hawkeye football, I'm going to go ahead and toss it over to Hawkeye Sports with some more upbeat news.
Thanks, Lauren. Campus is still buzzing about that Hawkeye win, and now the conference is too.
Yeah, DITV Director Lucy Rodine has more on the defense against Iowa State and how it's earning them some love.
This year's Cy-Hawk game ended with an Iowa win and Geno Stone and the secondary waving goodbye to the Iowa State student section. But with a banged-up defense, it really didn't start off that way.
We knew from the start that we gave up a play in the first quarter, but we knew that if we just stick together through the 4 quarters that we're going to come up on top, because that's the way we've been working since January.
And those months of hard work paid off for freshman DJ Johnson, who got his first career start and his first Big Ten Freshman of the Week honor.
I mean, at the beginning he had a rough start, but he definitely really grew up fast. I told him that after the game. I said, I mean, you really did a lot of things at the end that were really good.
DJ's first start, Kerner's a veteran now. He's got 2 starts. He's got a little past Mary Leonard, so happy about that. And he was heads up, obviously, at the end there. It was a heads up play there. But for those guys to come up to that big stand at the end, it was huge, obviously. And that's, again, team football. We had some ups and downs. Gave up a couple big plays, but we came up with it.
And when they needed a stop from the young secondary at the end, they came up with it. And they came up with some good celebrations too. Reporting from Jack Trice Stadium in Ames, Iowa, Lucy Rodine, DITV Sports.
As Lucy said, DJ Johnson earned Big Ten Freshman of the Week, and Keith Duncan also earned honors as Special Teams Player of the Week.
Also this weekend, Iowa field hockey faced one of their toughest opponents on this Sunday on Grant Field.
Fans were treated to an intense top 10 matchup between the 7th-ranked Hawkeyes and the 2nd-ranked Duke Blue Devils.
A combination of great passing and sound defense kept the Hawkeyes in contention, with teams going into overtime at a score of 1-1.
The game extended into the second overtime until the Blue Devils put one in the back of the cage to hand the Hawkeyes the loss with a final score of 2-1.
It's always going to be exciting, a tough game like that, but I'd say the word of the day was composed. We tried not to lose our heads, not get too excited, not get too nervous. We had a job to do, so we just focused on what was needed to be done.
They did everything we asked them to do and more, and we knew that they can play like that. We've shown it multiple times already this season. We played number 1 UNC. It's a shame we didn't come up with a win.
Iowa will look to turn things around this weekend when they travel to Michigan to face off against Kent State.
The Iowa softball team kicked off their fall ball season in an exhibition game against DMAC this weekend.
Senior Allison Ducey started off pitching for the Hawkeyes, and Alex Rath bunted to get the team on board in the early innings. The Hawkeyes went on to win the game 4-1.
You can catch softball back at Bob Pearl Field this Friday as they take on the Kirkwood Eagles in another 10-inning game. But that's all we have for you in sports on this Taco Tuesday.
Be sure to come back tomorrow for an in-depth look at the special teams of Iowa football.
Okay, let's go get some tacos. And Lauren, back to you.
That's all we have for you on this Tuesday morning edition DITV. I'm Lauren Varell. Have a great day, Iowa City.